First down, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. And the D looking like they may blitz. Winston now to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. A second down throw for Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now they face a third down after the fumble on second down. They'll throw again. Winston. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of a field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. Jameis to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Let's go now.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Winston. He'll drop this off to his fullback. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 16. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
A one-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Winston. Escaping the pressure. And Winston lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And tough starting field position here. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
This is Howard on second down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
Flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A first down throw for Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
No, check, Patriot. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green,
They'll run it
39.
now out of the gun.
39.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Again, it's Howard. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go with Howard again. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
third down. Abdullah. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amir Abdullah taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you. You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Play action now. Winston. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now Winston. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To the air again with Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Again, it's Winston. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On second down, Winston again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jackson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Jameis again. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. Here's Winston. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Levante David coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Winston now from the 50. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tahir Whitehead coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. They go play action. Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
He's got a man, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Bradley Marquez in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
First down, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this one is incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Howard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 29.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. To throw is Winston. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
formation. They'll throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. This is Howard. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's Winston. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he comes back with one complete. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll throw again. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun. Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On the toss play, Howard. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion. But not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. A give to Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the to give. Running right is Howard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kendall Beckwith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landing. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Out of his end zone, Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A gain of 39 that time. Jameis now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. To the air again with Winston. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Tahir Whitehead in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Play action now. Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So out now come the Lions. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard.
He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. William Golston. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. 58 Mike, 58. 58 Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. 58 to the light. 58 to the light. Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
A second down run for Abdullah. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
cuz. But I still love. Got 100 different to my cell phone. Still 33 for love. I'ma ride to my dog sitting in jail. It's that ladder on the grass, bend it back.